In our first reading, we see St. Paul writing to Timothy and telling him that Christians should expect persecutions. And this shouldn't surprise us, as we know that while we're in the world, there's a great spiritual battle going on, that God is working and laboring for the salvation of all souls and trying to bring many to himself. But at the same time, the devil in his pride is trying to convince people to turn away from God and follow the same path that he followed. Now, as we know that there are going to be persecutions for moments where we stand up for our faith and moments where the Christian ideal doesn't line up with what the world is looking for, we should also hear what St. Paul says, that the Lord has delivered him from it all. And we can have confidence that the Lord will deliver us from all moments of persecution or suffering that we'll have to endure as well. A great example of this, of course, is today's own saint, the feast day that we celebrate of St. Boniface. One of the great stories of St. Boniface's life, where he went out as a missionary to the Frankish, the Germanic people, is that he went at one point and heard that in this little village in present-day Germany, they were having this ritual of a ceremony dedicated to the god Thor, and this tree in the middle of the town that was dedicated to Thor. And knowing that God wanted to grab the hearts of these people, he took it upon himself to go into the town and to chop down the tree that these people were worshiping around. And of course, he could have feared many persecutions that would come during that time, but he knew God would deliver him and that good would come from it. And as the story goes, after the Germans saw him chop down this tree dedicated to Thor and realized that the gods didn't turn around and punish him for this act, they realized that maybe the God that St. Boniface worshipped was really the true God, and all of them came to be baptized in that very moment. So we see throughout the lives of the saints, St. Paul, St. Boniface, many other saints too, that God delivers us even through moments of persecution, that he brings good and out of the difficulty, so that all can come to know him, to love him, and to worship him, to be with him forever in eternity.